Cool Clips is in the house. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So I'm gonna put this above me. No, other way around. Let's do it. Whoop, let's flip it up and let's get this party started. Now, let me break down real quick, just to preface where this all began, right? I started creating content to grow the Easy Marketing Lab. If you don't know what the Easy Marketing Lab is, it is the company I founded to make marketing easy again, because I felt it should be easy enough for everyone to do. And honestly, after you figure out, it is easier than you think. Now, the only thing was I started creating content in a highly saturated market, the business space, right? Where people every day have a new offer, a new lead magnet, have the next best thing since sliced bread. So you might think, well, how can you make noise in such a saturated space? And the reason I mentioned this specifically, because I want you to know, no matter in what market you are, no matter how many content creators there are already, you can make more than enough noise to get your content seen in front of the right people. As a matter of fact, a lot of people don't know how to do it, and you'll have that advantage over them. So from there, I started getting a lot of attention, a lot of comments. If you've seen any of my posts, you know how we do. We get a lot of hands raised. Now, fast forward from that, I started monetizing that content. Or those engagement, that attention. So the people started raising their hands. That took them to either a lead magnet, to book a call, to a VSL, or to any payment for it. If it's maybe a low ticket offer or a direct high ticket if we hopped on a call. And then from there, what's even cooler is if you've seen my stories lately, and actually for the past couple of years as well, is I've been able to travel the world a lot, right? So I met super great people for the likes of Iman Gotzi. You might know Serge Guattari as well. And another amazing thing that happened is I was able to get my dream penthouse, which I'm doing this webinar from right now. And it all started, once again, right here, creating content to grow the Easy Marketing Lab. So the reason I wanted to start with this is for you to understand that it doesn't matter if you're in a saturated market or not. It doesn't matter if you ever created content or not. As long as you create content, the algorithm is smart enough. There's enough room and enough audience for you to exist and your content to exist and take off, right? How many times have you seen someone go viral out of the blue? And the great thing is you don't even have to go viral. That's not even, if that happens, it's just an added benefit. But without going viral, you can crush it with your content. So I just wanted to set that up front, and I'm going to bring it back to an age-old formula that I announced a lot of times back in the day and have never really spoken about it again, because I went back and reverse engineered everything I've done. So, right, this is how this person booked the call. This was the content piece they see. This is what they commented. This is where I found them. And it all came down to the triple C formula. And the triple C formula goes as follows. It's content, conversation, and then close. Super simple, super straightforward, but there are a few things you need to know to make it work. Now, I wish on today's session, on this live training, we could do all of the three things, but honestly, it will be too much to take in. But no worries, we're going to do these sessions more often. It's going to be a lot of fun. But on this one in particular, we're going to cover the content piece only. We're going to really hone in on, all right, what types of content can I post? How does that look like? What is the use of that content? How can I leverage it? And where can I put it, right? Or in front of, or where do I place it? On my profile? Do I post it in a group? Do I put it on my business page? A lot of these questions that people often ask me that I'm going to go ahead and tackle. So that's what we're going to cover today. And even content has its sub-levels. Now, the one I want to tackle in this one particular, like I said, no worries, we're going to do these sessions a lot more often. I'm super excited to do more of these. So consider this a part one, the different types of content. And this is actually where it all starts, because if you don't know what type of content you're posting and why you're posting it for, you're already lost, right? After that, we're going to cover the do's and don'ts on a second session. And then after that, it's going to be the actual content framework. So really dialing down the hooks, the copies, the angles, the pattern interrupts. But first, you need to know the different types of content, because that's where it all starts. And there are more types of content than you might think of. So I hope you're excited. And with that being said, let me know who is excited. As a matter of fact, let me hop over to the chat box. Let's see if you're still with me and everything is coming through clearly. And I hope this kind of set the stone, set the stage for what we're about to do. I hope it's not too late for you. Either way, let's make it happen. I see cool. This is Mona. My husband's computer signed in wrong, but not going to. Okay, gotcha. Awesome. Okay, perfect. Yeah, put some hearts in there. I don't know how to live. I haven't done a live on YouTube in quite some time, to be honest. So use whatever emojis you can use and leverage to help boost that algorithm up as well. So with that being said, let's get into the interesting part, which is, all right, what are the different types of content? And I'm going to tell you exactly what those are. As a matter of fact, let me go ahead and go a little bit more full screen for you guys. So let's switch these two around. Boom. So we have three types of content, right? And this is where it gets serious. Make sure you pull out your notepad, pull out whatever you use to write notes or write on, whether it's digital, whether it's pen and paper, old school. And let's get this down. Understand the purpose of your content, or else you're just posting for the sake of posting. And you might be wondering, oh, I'm posting so much but I'm not getting sales. I mean, your content that you're posting is completely not designed to get sales. Or I'm posting a lot but I'm not getting engagement. Well, the posts you're making, the type of posts you're making are not designed to get engagement, because not every post is going to be a home run. As a matter of fact, the majority, I'm going to explain that in a second, of nurture content is going to get 0 comments and maybe a few likes, yet they're extremely important and crucial. And to know why that is and to why you should post and how that works, it will actually, first of all, help you with your expectations, and you'll understand better what you're doing and why you're doing it. So let's start with these three. Number one is audience growth content. And this is the one you'll need 24/7 all day long, right? Because every day as a marketer, not even as a marketer, but as an entrepreneur, as a person with a business, it's your goal to get out of obscurity a little more every single day. Even if it's just a 0.5% less obscure than the last day, that's already improvement. So every day your goal is to get more out of obscurity. So where do you place audience growth content? It's going to be in groups, specifically other people's groups. Now, I immediately want to put a full stop there and say, don't go promoting other people's groups. That's amateur hour, right? Don't go spam other people's groups. Don't go begging in other people's groups. That makes you look bad. That makes you look desperate. You don't want to come across like that, right? We want to be an authority. We want to attract people to us. So there are very specific types of posts we're going to put there that is going to make that happen. We're going to break them down. So the posts are the group intro posts. That is actually one that so many people skip, yet is so crucial, so powerful. I'm going to break that down from top to bottom. We have the target question post, also a really powerful post that a lot of people don't really leverage to the point where it helps them build a wildly profitable audience. The challenge post, I'm not a super big fan of that one. I don't use it a lot, occasionally, but I have seen it be very effective. And especially when I use it for my clients, it is very effective as well. And then we have, last but not least, the added value post. And I want to emphasize that it's not value posts like every dog in his neighbors does, goes into a group, shows how great they are, share some kind of piece of knowledge, and hope that they're the king of the town and everybody comes follow them. No. Added value is different. It's standing on the shoulders of giants, of someone that already made a post that actually has a lot of engagement, and you add more value to that. That gets you a lot of followers. So we're going to break each of these down. So let me know if you're excited. Let me know if you're looking forward to them, because we're going to dive right into the first one. And that is, my friends, the audience growth. Now, audience growth, it says it all. It is specific types of content to get more people, to realize you exist, to get more people to understand who you are, where to find you, and basically get you out of obscurity, right? So the first one is a banger of a post, and that is the group introduction post. It's only normal when you come into someone's house is that you introduce yourself, right? Especially to the people you've never met before. You come into a party or to any room or whatever, you introduce yourself. It's crazy that so many people join groups, and if it's not a paid group and it's a free group, and it doesn't even matter, to be honest, they just go in and they never introduce themselves. They just sit in the group and try to soak up everything in that group and get as much out of it, but give nothing back, or at least not make themselves heard. You're leaving so much money on the table. So you might be wondering, well, Raheem, do I just have to say who I am and my name and then everything's fine? No, that's not how we do it. There's a very specific way. I'm going to pull up a document that is going to make it all clear. So let me actually go ahead and share that doc with all of you. Boom and boom. And it is on the screen right now. Let me know if it is. And I'm going to break it down step by step. I've shared this with a couple of people, a couple of clients, a couple of people that hop on different sessions of mine as well. So this should look familiar to you, and if you haven't used it already, this is your sign to start using it, because I'm going to show you some examples of a brand new client that has been using it and crushing with it as well. So I'm going to zoom in a little bit too, so you can see it a little bit better. Let's see, where is the zoomy button? Here we go. 150 should not, that's too big. 125. Okay. Let's break this down together. The goal of the group post is to immediately leverage any low-hanging fruit that you can easily connect with. So first of all, I think it goes without saying, you need to find a group where your audience hangs out. If you don't know how to do that, come on, it's quite simple. You go to Facebook or LinkedIn, right? And you type in whatever the keyword is of your niche, whether it's coaches, entrepreneurs, high-level entrepreneurs, health and fitness, personal trainers, local businesses. There's a group where your people reside. There's a community on LinkedIn or Facebook where your people reside. It can be super exclusive. It can be behind the paywall. There are probably also free versions. Either way, there's a group where people are at. Now, if you have trouble finding audiences like these, or specifically untapped audiences, because there's a way to find groups that nobody else can find, I highly recommend you to check out a training I did before. That one is in my Facebook group, but I'll maybe redo it on YouTube as well. But nonetheless, I just wanted to preface that you first find a group where your audience is in. That's super simple. And if you don't know how, I can maybe cover it at the end if you drop it in the comments. Now, a simple way to show your expertise and relatability with your audience without spamming or promoting in the group. Spamming and promoting in the group, once again, is not allowed. Big amateur mistake. Everyone loves someone that speaks good about them. So make sure to heavily thank the group owner and show gratitude to all the amazing, if any, resources, videos, live replays in the group, so it will seem more like a testimony to them. This is the easiest way to become a lovable character in any Facebook group. You know how many people join a group and never thank the person? They don't even know who the group owner is. Like, if I have multiple groups myself that I'm an admin of, if anyone ever thanks me, it makes my day, right? Even though I manage multiple groups, thousands of people, I notice it when someone says, hey, this group is amazing. I appreciate it so much. Thank you for letting me join. It's like, damn, right? Feel good moment for me. And I instantly like that person. I might not even know who they are 5 seconds ago, but just because of that, I immediately like that person. You want to leverage that for yourself. Instead of just thinking about you, think about how you can add value. And the way you can do that is by contributing a kind of testimonial to that person, because maybe they've dropped some value in the group, or maybe just the fact that they put the group together is already a big thanks. I'll show you how that looks like in a second. So the reason we do this is because if we have likability with the group owner, we have leeway. We get more noticed. We even can maybe after a while direct message the group owner, because the person kind of knows, hey, we speak good about them. We just have our foot in the door, and we're more favored than any other group member for that matter, because they just post and show their own expertise and authority and don't care about who owns the group. If for some reason your post is not approved, happens, don't sweat it. You can always attract our audience with a question post, and I'll show you how to do that next. Either way, you take maximum action, and today you have AI, so you can leverage AI if you want to. So here is what a group domination post would look like, and then I'm going to show you examples of what it looks like. You basically join any group, so it can be, if I'll show examples in a second. And you join any group, you say, hey, beautiful people, super excited to be part of this group. Big shout out to admin or brand name. Now, where do you find this? If I go to any group right now, I'm going to go and share this step instead. You should see my Facebook tab. I go into, I just type in coaches group. I don't know what group there is here. Boom. And I go to members, right? I'll zoom in for you as well so you can see it better. And then you can see right here, these are the admins, right? So this is the admin, Manny and Scott. So these are the admins and moderators. And then usually, or not always, but you will also see the group owner here on a banner. Now you don't see it, but sometimes if you click it, the one who created this banner, 9 out of, I would even say 9.9 out of 10 times is also the group owner. Because when you start the group, the platform needs you to put a banner in, and usually it's the person that created the group that does that. So I know, all right, Manny is and as a matter of fact, I know for a fact that Manny is the owner of the group. So if you have trouble finding there's so many admins, so many moderators, who actually runs this town, you just click on the banner, you figure out, all right, that's the guy. So in this case, if you go back to the post, right, it will be, all right, big shout out to Manny, because we notice he's the group owner, for putting this together. That already gets our foot in the door and get us favored by the group owner. That's a great first impression, right? And now we have a super high chance of our posts and future posts being approved. Why? Because it's also a little testament to him, and everybody loves to have someone else saying how good they are, right? So This is where the promotion happens. This is where you can sell without selling. And if you do this well, you get clients from this, you get a lot of audience growth from this, people go check out your profile, and you get comments right off the bat. So just want to introduce myself, name, age, and from the country. Now, I can understand if not everyone feels comfortable putting these details out there, and you don't have to, but share what you can and what you feel comfortable with. Why? Because let's say you're on a holiday, right? I travel a lot. So when I'm on a holiday and I'm in the middle of nowhere, maybe somewhere in Marbella, Spain, I was there recently, and I find someone that's from the same city as me, like from Rotterdam, from the Netherlands. An instant connection, like, no way, you're from Rotterdam, I'm from Rotterdam. We hadn't known each other up until 5 seconds before that, and there's an instant spark. That's why we do this. That's why we let people know, hey, I'm from this place or I'm from there, because other people in that group will most likely either have any affiliation with that place and they have an instant connection with you, right? They maybe used to live there, they live there as well. It's just low-hanging rapport that you can instantly create. Just like you're on holiday and in the middle of Chinatown, you find someone that's from the exact same city as you. It's just instant rapport, right? So this will immediately help people relate, that resonate with your place. The more personal things you can add, the better, right? If you add a little bit more what you're into, et cetera, you just help create that relationship. Now, I've been, and this is where you brag. This is going to be your 5 seconds of fame or 15 seconds of fame. How many seconds you want to call it? That's right here. And you're going to do it well. You got one shot and do it good. I've been your profession. Now, whatever you are, phrase it at the highest authority possible, right? If you're a gas station clerk, say you're a petroleum executive. If you're doing affiliate marketing, you're an affiliate mastermind, right? Use a title that shows your authority. There's also something I've been teaching lately to my class, and a lot of you here as well, where I show something like authority sentences, especially if you're just started. You're like, well, I have no freaking authority. You have either invested hours, time, or money in what you're doing right now. You didn't just start out of the blue. You've watched videos, courses, this and this, maybe hours of YouTube, right? And that is authority as well. Because if you phrase it in a sentence, hey, I've spent the last year, focusing on how to grow an agency. That's authority, because there's someone else that hasn't spent the last year. They just started last week. So you're immediately up from them, right? So there are a lot of different ways, even if you're a beginner, how to phrase your authority. Now, a lot of you have also expertise in general from your professional career or just from what you're doing online, right? So your profession, for the time frame, how long you've been doing it, and then you just add a little bit of personality. Well, time goes fast, and this allows you to show your expertise without promoting, right? So if I would do it, and hey, I've been an organic marketing expert since 2015 now. Wow, time goes fast. So now I just told them, hey, if you need help with organic, I'm that guy, right? So you're kind of sneakily putting in a self-promotional ad without saying, hey, this is what I do, this is what I can do, et cetera, et cetera. And the reason why we get this leeway, because we did a big shout out right here. So it's easy for the person to say, oh, cool, yeah, he's just introducing himself. He's really grateful for us for this group. So 10 out of 10 times this post goes through, right? Now, you do a quick backstory. This follows the hero's journey kind of. You'll find this format in Russell Brunson's book as well, Dot-Com Secrets and Expert Secrets on Storytelling Method. And it starts like this. It all started when the exact time you had begun. Now, this is the point of drama, when you had your back against the wall, right? So for me, it started when I got fired as a dishwasher at my local restaurant. Just a high impact point, just to create that story and have it also visual. All I wanted back then was the desire you had, and that relates to your audience. Now, if this is different, let's say your audience has completely different desires than you had at that point, you want to change this entire story up to the perspective of your client, right? So it all started when I realized my clients had high drama point. All they wanted back then was this desire, right? Now, if you happen to provide a service that is literally in direct relation to what your clients need, so for me, I do a lot with marketing, growing business, et cetera, getting traffic. I had struggles with that. That was a pain point. That's exactly what I solve now as well. So the story is cohesive. If for you, you're doing something completely different from where you started or vice versa, then just make the story about your clients, because at the end of the day, big key rule here that I mention a lot of times, and I want to kind of say this full screen, it's not about your audience understanding your product, your service. A lot of people think, oh, they just need to understand me better. They need to understand my product, my services. No, it's about making them feel understood, right? It's not about your audience understanding you or your product. They could care less. It's about you making them feel understood, right? So don't try to get them to understand you or your products or services. I repeated it 3 times now. It should land. Okay, let's get back into it. So this post is so powerful, ladies and gentlemen. Once you post this in just 3 groups, watch your profile, engagement, and audience rate grow. So all I wanted back then was the desire you had that relates to your audience. Unfortunately, the big wall you were facing and your audience is currently facing from achieving that desire. Now, long story short, the transformation and achievement you got, totally crazy. If you told me time frame ago, I wouldn't have believed it. Thank you everyone for contributing to each other to this group. I'm excited to get to know everyone and contribute to the community too. So I went a little bit faster. I'll break it down. So basically, this is the story format. Backstory, you talk about the desires, then the big wall, right? It's kind of like a movie. There's this little kid want this and he wants this, but there's this big problem. And then you can't go into too much detail because again, you're leveraging a group. If it's on your own profile, you can go crazy. So big wall, let's say my big wall was I didn't know how to get leads. Well, snap. 90% of the people in that group struggle with that same exact thing, right? So I immediately create so much rapport. It's insane. Now I just go, long story short, I figured it out, right? Or you can go with a specific result or whatever is the transformation and achievement you got for yourself or for your client. If you've made the story about how you got into this particular service for this particular niche. Totally crazy if you told me X. So this is just a little bit of personality. Thank you. Again, you end with a thank you. You're contributing and you're looking forward to connect with people. Thank you everyone for contributing to each other in this group. And I'm excited to get to know everyone. This is just a very genuine post that is non-spammy, but highly promotional if you look at what's really happening. From the point we introduce where we're from, all we're basically doing is self-promotion, but it doesn't look like it to the naked eye, but it is happening. You're just sharing your story. You're just saying, thanks for allowing me to be in this group. And I hope you guys now know who I am. But what you're really saying is, I solved this big problem that 90% of the people in this group have. And now you know who I am if you want to get that fixed as well. So let me know if that makes sense, ladies and gentlemen. And if you see the power of that post, I'll share a few examples in a second. Or 1 or 2 of mine. One of our latest clients who's an affiliate marketer dropped it in a group, dominated with it. And this is one of the very first posts, which is a content post around growing your audience. So I'm going to check out my phone real quick to see the comments. I see good info. The Blakesters in the house, but shaking. I love it. Super excited. Raheem delivers the value. Makes total sense. Yeah, let me know. Drop some hearts in the chat. Awesome. You guys are freaking amazing. We're going to do these lives more often. It's going to be fun. I'm going to make these lives as good as if you pay like a paid product or more than like $1,000 for a paid product. So let's make it happen. Okay. Makes sense. Great. Okay. So let me share some examples. Let me go to facebook.com. I'm going to share this tab instead. You should be seeing it right here now. Great. I'll make it bigger for you guys so you can see properly. Boom. There. Oh, let's switch it up. Boom. Okay. Here we go. So let's see. What is a sent? One of our latest clients. What's his name? Benjamin Voorhees. So maybe Benjamin's even here. I don't know if you're here, brother. But I created a brand new account for him, right? He's one of our done for you clients, kind of semi done for you clients, because we do everything I'm teaching. We decided to just do for our clients as well. I created this brand new account for him, branded it. This was just 0 friends not moments ago. It's now maybe 1 or 2 weeks. This was 0 friends. This is an absolute, if you can even see when this account started or became a thing, I think it updated his profile picture, and then we didn't really do anything. And in September, we got the cover. Okay. So this is a brand new account, right? I branded it on Canva, simple affiliate beast, Benjamin Voorhees, the future is in your hands. We created this on Canva. Had a nickname. If you don't know how to do all this stuff, there's going to be a separate training on that. But the good thing is he's building a freaking audience. He now got 1,000 people, close to 1,000 people. We're not there yet, but those are people who are all affiliate marketers. And here's how we did it, right? Let me go here. Let me go here and show you the post. So if I go to post and okay, perfect. He did it here 20 hours ago. So he keeps doing this, right? So this is an ongoing thing. Whenever with every group you join, you drop this the moment you're in. Hey, beautiful people, super excited to be part of this group. Big shout out to Wesley Puckett and Joe Blank. Well, doesn't this look familiar as what we just saw, right? He literally implemented it as he should. Okay, so just wanted to introduce myself. Ben Voorhees, boom, 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 from the USA. Been an affiliate marketer, sold it for 8 months now. Well, time goes fast. So he literally applied it and then a non-promotional image and boom, right? Same thing right here, right? Other group. Then right here again in another group. This is more of a call to action post. This one right here. This is before and after, but also kind of an introductory post. But I want to show you what happens, right? Is people were, oh, that's an amazing story, amazing journey. Please send info. I need help. Can you let me some advice? Very grateful for what you shared. I'd like to have the same information. How did you do it? I have information. Can you send me more info? This is all just in the last month, right? We started working now a little bit on and off, but it's no more than 4 to 5 weeks tops, right? And to this day, 5 days ago, how did you do it? Great job. I'm interested to learn more. Let's be friends. I'm here to help, right? So it's posts like these that build up your audience. And he just keeps dropping them. And this is kind of, he keeps dropping them again, right? And some groups it will perform really well because the group is really vibrant, some not, but you just carry on. It's an introductory post. And the better the quality of the group, the better it will land. If it's like a paid group, it's the best. Now, this is, he just dropped it here again 21 hours ago. Big shout out to Boom. It's the same over and over again. You can tweak it accordingly, but there you go. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is, let me go back to the deck. That is the first one, and that is the group domination post. Let me know if you like that one. The next group you're a part of, or groups you're already a part of and never introduced yourself in, you know what you need to do now. Introduce and self-promote like your life depends on it without actually promoting yourself. You're just showing your expertise. You're getting out of obscurity. If you think you can play this game without people knowing you, who you are, who your offer is, you got a long thing coming, right? So you want every day, you want to get a little bit more out of obscurity. And groups where you need to be more professional, be more professional. In groups where it's not as professional, be less professional. Adjust your tone to the style of the group and leverage and rewrite the group domination post to what works for you. And then either way, you thank the group owner, you congratulate them on any achievement that they maybe have had, or thank them for putting the group together and the awesome stuff. Maybe they just did a live session. Maybe they have an amazing resource in the group that you love. And hey, thanks so much for being in this group. I love the PDF that I found here in this group as well. Thank you for putting that together. Just wanted to introduce who I am, and boom, you go on the self-promotion route, and then end it again with a big thanks and can't wait to connect with more people, etc., or phrase it differently. So there you go. That is the group dominator pros. I'm just checking the comments. I see nice. I see hearts coming in. I love it. All right. So next one up is the target question. Now, that one should speak for itself. You basically, let me make it smaller. Right. You basically just drop a question that you know at the bottom from your heart, people are going to answer it, right? It doesn't, I see people mess this up because the question is so complicated. It's like, it needs to be something super easy to answer, not something I have to think about, write an essay about. It's also called as a hand raiser. I just need you to raise your hand, basically. Like, who here started affiliate marketing this year, right? In an affiliate marketing group. It's super easy. Yeah, I started this year, right? I'm new to this group. I started a couple of months ago. That's a hand raiser. It's the most simple question that someone could answer. But if I go ask a question saying, what was your biggest reason to start this journey and how was it so far? It's like, yeah, bro, some people are going to answer it, but I don't got time for this, right? And you can try it out, but you want simplify, right? So it's basic questions. You can do, one of my closers, Alan, he's not closing for me anymore, but he used to close for me. I'll actually share the tab. Simple. question for the community. Now he went a little bit in depth, but that's the style of this group. If you know the Nothing Held Back group, it's an invite only group. This one's pretty hardcore. So he put in a little bit more elaborate question, say less, but look at the comments, right? 400 people went in and raised their hand. Yes, I mean, even though the question is a little bit more elaborate, fair enough, the answer is simple. That's what it's about. It's about making sure that people can simply answer this without cracking their brain, without solving the law of gravity and the mass of the sun. It just needs to be yes, no, me, of course, this or that, right? There you go, right? Build his audience like a mofo, right? So let's see, one of my former clients, Cassandra as well, went to the ClickFunnels group. Simple question. And here's funny, Cassandra came to me, and I showed her as an example many times because I love the story here. Is Cassandra came to me, well, I'll share it here. Cassandra came to me and said, Raheem, I help stay-at-home moms start an online business, and I don't know where to find them. I don't know how to get them to reach out to me. They don't know me. I don't know, man. I'm a nobody. How do I do this? I said, do you know a group where entrepreneurs are in? Yeah, ClickFunnels group. Everybody knows the ClickFunnels group. Okay, cool. Do a target question post. She went in there and super simply asked, are there any other stay-at-home moms in the group? The only answer you can give to this is yes. And quite frankly, if you're not one, you're probably going to skip the post overall. So everyone that comments is going to be your ideal avatar. Now, guess what happened? 650 comments in 24 hours and 134 likes. She went on and did similar stuff in other groups. And it even came to a point which is almost 100 comments in 1 hour. Plus, I have people interested in starting a business. My mind is blown, right? So the way these target posts work or target questions is you find the most simplest question you could ask your niche that you know for a fact they can simply answer with a yes or no or a number. And then you get a lot of people's hands raised, right? Let me know if the second one makes sense. And you might be wondering, well, why do we do all of this? What's the point? All right, people comment, so what? A lot of side effects. People are going to check out your profile. Who is this person? You're going to make a lot of noise. People are going to know about you now. Second of all, every single person that comments, you can start a conversation with in DM, and you already have a good entry point. Hey, notice you commented on my latest question. Thanks so much for what do you do, etc. You're not a stranger anymore to that person, or at least less of a stranger than before. And then on top of that, every single person that comments, you should add as a friend, because it only makes sense. Number one is they commented on your post. Then you like their comment, maybe you respond to it. As a matter of fact, you should respond to it. They get notification one, Raheem liked your comment on his post. Number two, Raheem replied to your comment on his post. Number three, Raheem sent you a friend request. For them, it's like, of course, right? How can I not accept this? It's only natural. As a matter of fact, came and responded to him first. He liked my response. He actually said something back. I like what he said back as well. He sent me a friend request. I have no problem being connected with this person, especially now I go to his profile and I see he walks the walks and talks the talks, which adds to make sure your profile looks decent, right? So let me know if the target question makes sense, and just drop these in your content framework, right? Post them today, post them tomorrow. But you saw Benjamin, right? He just posted 20 hours ago, 21 hours ago. He just goes group by group by group, whether it's accepted or not accepted. He just carries on because he just the next day looks at his notifications and sees nothing but this person responded to you, this person commented, this person liked what you said, this person. It's just you build noise and get out of obscurity. Because after what we're going to do is, remember the chart I showed you, how it literally happens is after you make noise, massive attention, you monetize that attention, right? And obviously that has its own set of skills or frameworks, but you can't do this unless you have this done. So doing this is pretty much half of the work done, if not more. So getting target questions out is so simple. Everybody should be able to do that. Now, challenge posts, like I said, I'm not a super big fan of them. They work really well. I'm going to explain what they are. There is this thing called the prolific index, right? In the middle, and you might not be able to see it that well, I'll explain it. The middle is mainstream. This is stuff you learn at school. This is the generic everyday knowledge. It's boring. It's like let's say I teach you a class on how to lose weight. It's like eat less and workout more. You're like, yada, yada, yada. I heard it a million times, right? It's hard for me to sell that. It's not exciting. It's hard for me to get you excited and get a lot of attention from that. After the mainstream, you have I'm going to skip the middle one for a second. That's where the money is made. You have the crazy, right? The crazy is, guys, if you really want to lose weight, go and stare at the sun for 20 hours back to back. You'll lose weight. That's crazy talk, right? Might even work, right? But it's a little bit too much out there. You might even capture a specific amount of people that are like, you know what? I think you got a point here. I mean, but it's too much out there for the profitability to be there, right? So that's too far ahead. So being mainstream, losing weight by eating less, working out, right? I'm not going to pay you a dime. Watch at the sun. You're crazy. I'm not going to lose weight by looking at the sun. And then in between that, you have the prolific zone, and that's the sweet spot. That's where you combine that, hey, if you expose your body to X amount of sunlight in combination with doing this type of workout and diet. So now you mix crazy with mainstream. You get to that sweet spot where it's a little bit over where you're like, I never heard this before. That's pretty crazy. But at the same time, it actually makes kind of sense because you add in the mainstream parts of it. That's where the money is made. That's how things like intermittent fasting, right? There's this paleo diet, this diet came in, then you get the banana diet came in. It's because there's just a little bit of craziness sprinkled on top of that mainstream where you're like, oh, this is something brand new. This is, even though in essence, we all know if you want to lose weight, be in calorie deficit, eat less than that you consume and burn more than that you take in. That's at the end of the day, there's no crazy course that should explain more than that. But there are, right? Because they add a little bit of craziness, and it's not crazy in a sense of, oh, you're out of your mind. But I mean, it's just enough outside of mainstream and just close enough to mainstream where money can be made, right? That's the best way I can explain it to you. So with a challenge post, what you do in groups is being extremely controversial. Now, we've seen this online as well. A lot of online influencers have blown up this way. It's where you really go against the grain. It can go well if you stay in that prolific zone. If you go across it, you might mess it up and people will look at you weird, right? So definitely stay true to who you are. Don't post things and say things for the sake of getting attention, first and foremost. But challenging is being controversial in groups. So if let's say I'm in an ad group where everybody preaches ads, and my second post in that group is the stupidest thing you can do online when you get started is running ads. That's heavily controversial in that group. You're gonna get a debate from here to there. You're gonna get comments. You're gonna get people commenting each other, discussing with each other. You're gonna have some people agree with you. You create crazy noise, good and bad. And people are gonna check out, who is this person saying this? Now, if you can back up what you're saying and logically make sense of it, and some people are actually, they might not even comment and they silently agree, they're going to look you up, and you might have had this yourself a lot of times when you watch the video or a piece of content, you're like, I'm actually on the completely opposite side, but I want to know more about what this person says, and you slowly start following them. That is a challenge post. Now, I am not using these myself a lot. Well, I used to when I really was, organic over everything. I've kind of cooled down with those because quite frankly, the other ones do well, but we have used them for clients a lot where we came in and in groups and literally said, you don't need a funnel to succeed, where that was just bonkers. We said, listen, we just made over 5 figures and all we had was Zoom and a piece of content. That's it. We posted content. We hopped on a Zoom call, no funnel, no website inside. So you're going to get people saying, well, he's right. We actually also make a lot of our sales and we don't even use a website. And you have other people that's saying that's crazy. A real business owner knows you always need a website. And all that noise is just good. It's just good because it boosts that engagement, creates a lot of attention around you. You jump out of obscurity like crazy. So you can do challenge posts as well. Be careful. Don't say things that are not true to yourself, and have fun with them at the end. Right. And then last but not least, you have value added posts. So value added posts are what most people do is they go to a group. Let's say I go to a group right here. I'm going to share this tab. They go to a group and then they're like, let me just go to the main group discussion. And then they're like, here's this interesting thing, right? And then they show off on their expertise and knowledge, which is it's okay, it's good, right? You get some people to see you, but a lot of people, especially in my industry, in other industries, not. I do want you to understand that you need to know your niche and the groups you're in to understand of, is this common? If I'm in a contractor group and I'm going to post value on how contractors can get more close deals, it's gonna go really well. If I go into a marketers group and I'm the next person in line to say, here's how you get clients, I'm like, all right, here's another guy trying to get us on his team, right? So you need to know the niches where you can do this and where you can and where it goes well and whatnot. And that's just common sense. Now, here's the thing. In a group like this, and I'm gonna say, here's how coaches can succeed, I'm gonna be a dime a dozen. Just adding more value. It's not gonna land well, and people know, kind of see through what I'm trying to do. Instead, you want to add value. So you go to guides, right? Or you maybe even go to YouTube and look up if the person has some YouTube content. So this person has a guide saying 2 ways to sell more coaching and courses. Okay, it's not filled. Let's see media. Is there any videos? Just people posting. Okay, so this might not be the best group to do it. Let me go to nothing held back group. That's always a good one. All right, I go to media, I guess. Files, not just screenshot. Oh, files. I probably should have gone to files on the other one. Okay, here. There are a lot of files here, right? Psycho-cybernetics, scientific art, mentor's journey, copywriting, boom, boom. A lot of good files. A lot of people usually forget about those. But also, if there has been a video in the group or the person has gone live or someone has shared any value that's gotten a lot of buzz, right? So there are ways you can actually search for it. Let's say I use a keyword. What keyword would we use then is like breakdown. Someone breaks something down. Okay, let's see if this gets, okay, here's some good things. So if someone broke something down, you want to see how can you add value to this. So I make a post based on, all right, a lot of people loved Carl's post, right? You got close to 100 comments. I want to build upon that. So I'm not going to try and create my own post and get seen. I'm like, hey, I read Carl's post recently and I absolutely loved it. And I want to add a few things to what he done here so I can continue that conversation. And the people, if they've shown interest in this post and what he's done and what it's about, you can leverage that and take it even further. And you can even tag Carl to start it all off, right? If that makes sense. So added value. So many groups, if I go to groups, let's see, groups I'm a part of. Man, I'm into many groups that, let's say Project Life Mastery. I'm going to go to guides. All right, there's still good guys. Check out free trainings, resources, boom, 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 getting help. So let's say free training and resources. Okay, so let's say I consumed something on the YouTube channel, right? And then I go to the group and I say, hey, I watched the YouTube video of, what's his name again? I forgot his name. He's a pretty famous guy, to be honest. Stephen James. I watched the YouTube video of Stephen James where he talks about this, and I tag Stephen, right? So Stephen also sees, man, this person is active. This person is actually, it's not just posting for the sake of posting or just posting for ego or for himself or trying to steal leads out of my group. He's consuming and showing growth. So you go here and say, hey, watch this YouTube video. I wanted to add a few things, and I add value to what's already there. So that's why I call it a value added post, a value plus. If I go to my own group, for example, it's crazy. Every time I see someone do a value post, it's very selflessly about how they're the best and how they made X happen. In my industry, people see through that. In other industries, maybe not. Let me go to my own group. All right, here. Easy marketers. If you're not part of this group, guys, what the hell are you doing here? Go and be a part of this group. If you go to the guide section, look at it. There's the affiliate secrets. I have the profile bio challenge. I have the 0 to 100K organic roadmap. I have the 4 steps guide. Anyone can come in and say, hey, I just read the 4 steps to get your first customers by Raheem, and I want to add a few things to it for those of you that have read it as well. And there you go, right? Or you look up any post. So let's say, this post that, let's see, one of our later, like this post got 41 comments, right? So Raheem recently posted he got $12,000 dollars from a single post. I want to add a few things to what he said, and you take it on, right? You basically work with what's already proven to show interest and get people converted. So those are initially, ladies and gentlemen, the three. Let me go ahead and reshare the slide deck. Boom, boom, boom. The three. Oh, let me do that again. There you go. The four. I missed. We didn't really show an explanation of this one, but these are the 4 ways to grow your audience. So let's recap super quickly. And as a matter of fact, I want you to drop in the chat box which of these is your preferred method. If you would have to make noise right now, if you would have to build an audience right now, you need to get people to know about you right now. You now know these 4 possible posts. You can do an introduction post in a group. You can do a target question. You can do a challenge post, or you can do a value-added post. Which one would you do? Let me know in the chat box, and I want to read out a few answers. So let's see what we got. Let me go ahead and pull up my phone because that's where the comments are. I see contrarian post. Yeah. The intro post. I see someone's favorite is the intro post. That's a solid one. That's a good one. As a matter of fact, let me show you. I do that myself as well, right? I'll just type. I'm gonna share my tab. Give me a second. In the meanwhile, guys, let me know in the chat box which of these would you leverage. I'm gonna show where I did this. I did this multiple times, to be honest. Post from you. Man, I have so many posts. It's crazy. So, beautiful people. Usually I start with that. Something on a positive note. Hey, beautiful people. And boom, you go in it. Okay. Man, I have just too many. Trying to search for a really good one for you. And the proper group. I did it in Wayne's group as well. That one went really well. But I'm looking for a specific one. And a lot of them got also instant deal flow, where a person immediately came to me just into the DM right off the bat. Haven't even commented on the post or whatsoever, and just came to DM and said, hey, yada yada. And that's from Webinar Jam, right? So let me actually go and add that here, right? So this one right here, Webinar Jam, if you know, is like big people use Webinar Jam that run webinars, right? So I had to come in and do an introduction post. So I did my thing. I went in and, hey, beautiful people, just want to introduce myself. You know, I'm from there for 6 years now. I'm from the Netherlands. Time goes fast. It all started when I got laid off as a dishwasher. I swore to myself I'll never have that happen again, or have someone else control my future. I'm saying this and phrasing this specifically in a way to relate to my audience. Since I had no budget to start with ads, I naturally became extremely good in Facebook organic marketing. I'm telling them, this is what I'm good at, right? I can't say this in any other way, or else it would be seen as self-promotion. And it still accounts for 95% of all of our lead generation sales. I push the boundary a little bit by saying, listen, it brings in sales. I can't say we're making a lot of money, right? Because then the group owner might be listening. You're just showing off, trying to get people on your team. We're going to stop it right there. I have to be careful with the way I phrase it. And up until now, this intro post is a killer. I made my first ever book release in 2015, yada, yada, I'll go on and on and on. And then big shout out to Genesis Digital for creating this amazing community. And from this, I got so many clients. And then I did it again and again in so many groups. We're going to talk about this post in a second as well. This is from one of my clients. Already scroll past it. But nonetheless, let me know if you haven't done it again here as well in the online coaches and community group. Same story, same post. So guys, I just want to show you living proof that I'm doing this over and over again. Not as much as I used to. Probably have to do it a lot more often again, because I mean, it is powerful looking back at it. But we mainly do this for our clients right now who need help with building that audience. We kind of got an audience. We're leveraging our existing audience in various ways and growing audience in various ways right now as well. But if I step into any offer, any business, any niche right now, and I need to make noise, I need to know people that I exist, I need to have a waiting list, I need to know people about what I can do, this is where I go, right? Find the community. You can also do this on LinkedIn, right? LinkedIn has tons of sophisticated business-to-business communities on any niche, and nobody is doing this style of creating attention and awareness. So let me read out some of the favorites that you guys are going for. I see the target question. Robert says the target question. I see Kenman saying target question and the intro. Yeah, you can combine them, especially since I haven't did an intro post yet. Every group you're in, go do a freaking intro post. I see value pack, side hustle act secrets in the house. Derek, my man, love it, love it, love it. Okay, cool. Great, guys, we're just scratching the surface. What we covered right now was all about dropping content to build your audience, because quite frankly, that's where it starts. If you don't have an audience, you can share content all you want, but it's not going to be seen by the right people. So now you have no excuse to every Monday or every Tuesday, whatever works for you. Don't overcomplicate it. Just pick a day, and that's where you're going to do an audience growth post. You're going to do it the entire day, or maybe 3 times a week or 2 times a week, right? Don't think, oh, I need to be very specific on when, what. Just pick a day and do it every single day on that day, right? Okay, that's it for the audience growth post. Now, oh, I totally forgot about this. I need to turn the lights. I switched the lights for this one. I'm gonna put it on red. You can see the red background light because we got a bonus time. Who wants a bonus sniper method to promote yourselves in groups without promoting yourself in groups? Comment bonus method in the chat. I shared this one on my organic movie training. A lot of people loved it. And I'm going to re-share it again right here, right now. And then we're going to go in some cool stuff on actually creating different types of content to start making some money. But first, who wants a bonus method on the audience growth post? I'm going to go ahead and check it out. Best back to basics. Johnny, my man. Love it. Let's go. And Johnny knows quite a few of these. I mean, you've seen some of these trainings. You know how they go down. I see bonus method, bonus method, bonus method, says Mona, bonus method, Mehmet. I love it, love it. I see hearts coming in. Awesome. Okay, guys, this one is so sneaky. You might say, I don't even know how to phrase it. It's so sneaky, but it works so well. Now, if you're starting your business, or you're creating a lead magnet, or you're writing a book, maybe using AI, or you're thinking of putting out an offer, or whatever you're going to do, right? You're building it. You may be creating your logo, creating your website, creating a headline. You leverage the group for what it's intended, which is asking questions and getting feedback from peers and community, right? You can ask questions to other people. There's nothing wrong with that. You're not asking them to buy from you. You're not asking them, you're not trying to sell anything. You're just asking something because you need help and advice. So here's how you can do that to your benefit. I know, for example, if I go to any group, it can be like the agency navigator group, it can be coaches and consultants group, that people need help with getting clients, right? And everybody always needs help with getting clients. So like, I'd always love to know more about different ways to get more clients. So I go and I say, hey, guys, I'm going to go full screen. I can't decide. I just finished shooting content for my audience growth funnel. And I'm already growing the group organically using this strategy, but I just can't pick the right image to run as an ad. Which one would appeal more to you? Now, on surface level, what is happening? You're seeing, oh, he's trying to get the right ad creative, and he loves the majority of the audience here to vote. Is it the first one with me blurred out? Is it the second one? Is it the third one? What is happening really? It's a disguised promotion. I'm telling them, listen, I wrote something. I'm about to run an ad and give this away for free. I'm already using this to grow my audience, and it's a free PDF that shows your first steps to get your first customers. I'm basically opening up this lead magnet to the entire group. It's a disguised promotion. Now what's going to happen? Profile activity. People are going to go to my profile, right? Top of that, I get instant leads. Not only that, everybody that comments that says, oh, that you should go with the first one, you should go with the second one, you could go with the third, I go and send them a direct message saying, hey, thanks so much for voting which one, really helped me out. As a favor, I'd love to share it with you if you want to act. So I'm coming across as, you did me a favor, and I feel I need to reciprocate. While what I'm really doing is, listen, I just want you to get my lead back because you're going to fall in love with my stuff. So all the people that vote, I'm going to tell them, hey, thanks so much. As a favor, I'd love to give you access to it for free, right? And then at the same time, at the end of the day, you get some honest feedback, because that's honestly at the beginning what it was about on the surface level. So maybe you don't have a lead magnet. Maybe you got a headline. Maybe you got a new module you're working on. Either way, you're promoting what you're doing, what you got, how you help people. So let's say I just finished this module, right? A content creation module. And I go into the group. I'm saying, hey guys, I just finished how to get clients with content. I'm just struggling with the right headline for the sales page. A, get clients with content. B, how to get clients with content. C, the only way to get clients with content. Which one would you vote? All the people are reading is, this guy figured out how to get clients with content. But what I'm actually asking for is, help me out. Which one? What's the best headline? So it's a disguised promotion. And it's basically a question leveraging the group. It's completely innocent, but at the same time, it's lethal. Let me know if you understand the underlying power of doing a poll or vote in another person's group that's filled with your ideal audience by just kind of doing quote unquote research. Guys, I just built a new logo for my company where I'm going to help people get more appointments through LinkedIn. I'd love to know which logo you'd like the most. What I really want you to read and know is that I'm going to open up a service that will help you get appointments through LinkedIn. I can't say that, but I did say it at the top. Now I just need your comment. Then when they comment, I tell, hey, thank you so much for letting me know which one. I truly appreciate it. I picked yours, right? And looks good on the website now. Thanks. And I just create that connection with them. Let me know in the chat box if you know this one, if you like this one. Because what's going to happen is, they just see, man, this guy helps people getting appointments with LinkedIn. They're going to reach out, say, hey, I noticed your thing in the group about the logo and whatnot. I wanted to know more about how you help people with LinkedIn. And boom, we got conversations going. So it's kind of a disguised promotion. So I had to turn the lights for this one because it is a bonus. Ladies and gentlemen, let me know if you enjoyed that one. And now we are back to the different types of content. We fixed the audience growth. I'm gonna real quick check if the bonus method landed, if it makes sense, and if you like it. You can do this with creating a logo, with a headline, with anything around your offer, and just ask in the group where your people are that could most likely buy your offer. Ask for, hey, I need some advice on this. Would you choose A, B, or C? What you're really saying is, I want you to know about what I'm doing right here. Let me know in the chat box. I see IQ 200 post. Definitely going to utilize it. Sneaky or savvy. You're so sly. Law of reciprocity. Exactly, Johnny. Bonus method gets stuff. Hyper sniper method. Ooh, I need to start learning how to leverage these names. I'm going to make a post with this method saying, how would you call this method? Hyper sniper or the IQ 200 post. No, amazing, amazing. Guys, that's it for audience growth. We're going to fast forward to nurture content. Hope you're enjoying this so far. We're almost there. This one is going to be a little bit more straightforward, but super powerful. Now you know how to create content that grows your audience. That's just an ongoing thing. Every Monday, you drop a question post in a group. Every Tuesday, you do an introduction post in a new group. That just goes on the back end nonstop. Now, on the second, we're going to place nurture content, and that's going to be on our profiles. This is not in other people's groups. This is on your business page, your own profile, and it can be LinkedIn, it can be Instagram, it can be Facebook. I primarily use Facebook, but I don't want you to feel that that's the only way to go, right? You can use any platform you'd like as long as you implement the strategy I'm showing you. So there are tons of different types of content you can post, right? I've put together the most powerful ones by far after going back over my feed, and I actually asked my VA, and it was an annoying job for her to go back over all my posts this year and tell me which one were the most powerful ones that led to the most sales. And these are the three. Number one by far, and it only goes without saying because I do this one the most, is the before and after. There's a reason Facebook bans before and after ads, because it is so. If you see a person that has a belly on the left and then is super lean on the right, it's like, it's so powerful that Facebook's like, you can mislead a lot of people. A lot of people are going to buy into it. So you can't run ads like that. It's actually against their terms of service. Your ad account can ban. On teleservices or telemarketing, or not telemarketing, but telcel, right? QVC, I think they call it overseas. They still do this, right? Oh, and the first you see a person like with his back is hunched over, and on the right, his back's all of a sudden is straight, and it's like the before and after. It is the most powerful concept to solidify in a person's brain. This is where you are now. This is where you can be, and I'm the bridge in between. The before and after is so crazy. So I make this post a lot of times because it works so well. Now, I'm going to show you examples of my posts in a second, but I want to break down first, because this is for you, how you can do this. So I got the doc for it. Now I'm going to zoom in and we're going to break it down. And I want you to create your before and after post, right? So it's shown here as a VSL, but I use it as social post. So I explained it before. I think Johnny, you were there as well. Iris was there as well, as how you can use this in VSLs, in video sales letters. But I also want you to do this in social content. So it's super simple. Before state. In what state was the customer, or you in this case, right? It can be your customer or you. So if you're doing this through the eyes of a client, and that's, again, you need to make that distinguishment. See, am I helping people that went through the same struggles as me? Then you can talk about yourself and then make it relatable. Are you helping people with a specific problem that you maybe didn't have yourself, but you know a lot of people have this problem, you have helped people with it before? You talk through the eyes of the client, saying, hey, this person was in this particular before situation, right? So you need to make that distinguishment there. So in what state was you or your customer in, as well as you, his or her business, so your or his or her business before they started working with you. This needs to be emotional, revenue-wise, systems-wise, not just this is the amount of money I made before, this amount of money I made after. This is how much I weighed before, this is how much I weigh after. No, it needs to be, I had no appetite, right? I felt socially awkward on at pool parties, right? There needs to be emotion involved. There needs to be, this is exactly, or at least one of these points I can relate to. That's how I feel, right? The before. Then you go a little bit more into systems. I'm speaking from terms of health, before and after. It can be like, hey, I tried working out every single day, but I just can't commit it or go through it. I was very inconsistent. And to be honest, food's just too good, right? So this is really a before state that people can relate to, right? Now, business-wise, super simple, right? Emotional, I felt like I could barely provide for myself nor the people that I love. On top of that, I made some big promises to people that I would figure this out, and I was so long that I started doubting that if I even could myself. So these are, again, emotional states that I was in before I solved a specific problem, which might be my acquisition problem, my delivery system, etc. So it can be for a client. Let's say you don't have clients and you didn't have the problem yourself. You just have to hypothesize, brother or sister. You just do a hypothetical before situation where that person might be in, and then the after situation, what it would look like after they fix the problem. So people can at least see before and after, and how you can be that bridge in between. So the way you share this can be really straightforward. I'll show you examples. As a matter of fact, I'll do that right now. So, and having a image with it just is the cherry on top of that. So you'll see me do a post like this quite often, because quite frankly, it works so well. Okay. Look at it. Before, no idea how to properly market myself, no idea how to get consistent clients, no idea why people would choose me over anyone else, right? Again, here, all I had was $50 to my name, no idea. So I repurpose the same content, just a different image. I repurpose it over and over again, because I mean, your before is never going to change, right? You can rewrite it in different ways, but overall, it's going to be the same before situation. Here I went a little bit, hey, I burned money through solo ads, Facebook ads, traffic courses. My mind starting having dialogues with me, Raheem, there's too much competition. Raheem, you need money to make money. I was about to give it all up, right? And then we go to the fast forward today, which is the after, right? Again, here, I started using a new method that was old Raheem, new Raheem. That one, I just love posting that one. Okay, here, old Raheem, 2014, 2015, $50 to my name, dishwasher at the local restaurant, absolute no direction, no vision, feeling insecure and like a failure in life. New Raheem, 2021, built. So that's the before and after, right? So again, here, you see it's the different image, but overall the copy is quite the same. Old Raheem, 50. Again, you can't change the old me. The old me exists and it is still, I wish I could change it, but I can't. So it's always the same old me. I can just rephrase how it was, or maybe add more detail to it. So this post is so freaking powerful because you create so much rapport with people. Again, we're right now talking about, let me go back to the audience deck. we're right now talking about nurture content, right? So you're nurturing your people, you're getting rapport with them, they're getting to know you. This is for them to understand who you are, what you can do, where you can come from, where you came from, and the amount of damage you can deliver. Now, again, you might want to post these from the perspective of the clients you've worked with, or hypothetical, I forgot the word for it, a hypothetical, if I'm correct. English not my first language. On what it would look like if they would work with you. Here's your before situation. You're right now using multiple tools to try and run your business. You've tried using AI, but you won't get, you got as far as asking ChatGPT a couple of things and don't know how to move further, right? And then after situation, after we implemented the AI suite in your business, AI is taking on 80% of the tasks. You know exactly what you need the AI to do every single day, and your business is more hands-free than ever. Now it's like, oh, this is where I'm at right now. This is what it can look like after part is implemented right here, right? Now, I do want to mention something really important with these before and after posts, these limiting beliefs and authority posts. You need to understand this really well, right? So before I carry on, you need to understand this, because you might go out there and post this and you're going to say, oh, Raheem told me the before and after post, I need to do that. And nobody's commenting. Nobody's liking. And I did the audience growth post and those went well, right? Because to be honest, if you do these, the audience growth ones, you're going to get comments because you're leveraging a group that has ideally thousands of people in it, right? So people are going to see your post one way or another. And if you do it in the way it showed you, you're going to get hands raised. On your profile, it's a different city, basically. Now, you need to understand that these posts are there to nurture. Here's how you need to look at it. The slingshot effect, right? I want to explain this in full screen. You really need to get this. The nurture posts, even for me, are the posts that get the least amount of engagement. Sometimes barely at all. At least what we can see is engagement, right? There are several factors that count as engagement that we can see, even though they don't comment, they don't like. If they click the little see more to expand the post, the copy of the post, that counts as engagement for Facebook's algorithm, showing that person shows an interest in your type of post. But we don't see that, right? But nonetheless, you need to see it as the slingshot effect. You're kind of, with every little nurture post, you're pulling back that slingshot more and more and more and more and more. You're not asking them to do anything. It's like Gary Vee going on stage every single weekend. He's not selling a thing. He's just going on stage, gives away a ton of value. Or Alex Hormozi gives away a ton of value. No call to freaking action. So there's nothing for you to raise your hand on. There's nothing. The least you can do is maybe leave a like. You'll get a couple of likes, or people will say, hey, I agree with this. But at most, like, oh, that was valuable. And they carry on with their day because they're not incentivized to do anything, move forward. But that moment when Gary Vee says, hey guys, I'm announcing an NFT project, raise your hand. Or Alex Hormozi says, I'm releasing my book, raise your hand if you want to. Now all the comments drop. And it's from all that pre-work you've done. If Gary Vee would come out of the blue saying, hey guys, I opened up an NFT project. I know nobody knows about me, but comment below if you want access. It's going to go down the drain, right? It's all that nurture that he's done up front. All the moment he didn't ask for anything. It's like jab, 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 right hook, right? Or whatever the name of the book is. That allows for the bunch of comments to roll in. So even for me, if you look at my my profile, right? Let me share this tab. So look at this. You see reels, 6 likes, whoop-de-doo, 4 comments. Bro, I thought you were supposed to be the organic king. Where's all this engagement going? Oh, 5 likes, even worse. 4 likes. Like, well, you're supposed to be the organic marketer. What's this? It's nurture, nurture, nurture. And then I release the slingshot and then boom. Right? That's how it works. But if you don't understand that, you're like, well, this doesn't work. I'm posting like crazy. Nobody's commenting. Nobody's this. Nobody's that. It's because you're just pulling back the slingshot. You haven't asked for it yet. It's the moment I say comment waiting list, is like, I've seen this man traveling on the shores. I've seen this man sharing his story from the beginning, the old him, the new him. I've seen him sharing the win posts. I've seen him this. And now he's finally releasing something, or I can participate in something he's doing or join his group. Count me in, right? But before that, you couldn't. It was just you see it, but you don't engage. Let me know if that makes sense. You need to understand the power of the slingshot effect, or else you're going to get discouraged when you post and nothing happens, right? Because all these reels, or the nurture post, the value post, right? There is nothing to comment. You're not incentivized to comment. It's just for me to show my competence and to be top of mind on your end, to know that, all right, every time I see this guy in the other side of the world, or he's just sharing some banger stuff, and then once I come in and say, who wants to act? So, for example, and I just come in and say, all right, who wants the 100K blueprint? And all of a sudden it's 400 comments, 388 comments, right? Why? Because I built that up with the nurture post. So let me know if the slingshot effect makes sense. I wanted to make sure I mentioned that, because I know people might get what's it called, discouraged when they post up. I'm like, no, nobody's seeing me. Trust me, if you're doing the audience growth post, let that do its thing. Let that people go to your profile, people see who you are, see what you're about, etc. And be able to take care of your nurture. You're pulling back the slingshot, and then test it at the end of the week. Put out a call to action. See how far back you pulled that slingshot, and you go again and again and again. And after a while, you won't even have to pull the slingshot back that far. You can just do boom, 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 back to back to back, right? Let me know if that makes sense. Makes a lot of sense. Thank you, guys. Okay, so let's get back to the other post. You have the before and after. Highly recommended. It's one of the most powerful ways. And you can even add a call to action to a before and after, saying, hey, if you want this transition to happen for you as well, comment below, right? That's when you turn it into a call to action post. Limiting beliefs, super important, right? If they believed it, they would have bought it already. It's something you need to think about. If they knew this was the next best thing to sliced bread, they would have gotten it already. Something is holding them back. They have a certain belief in their mind that tells them, no, I'm not going to buy this right now, or at least it's not urgent enough for me right now. You need to crush limiting beliefs with your posts. So you see me occasionally dropping stuff like, hey, you don't need paid ads. You don't need funnels. You don't need autoresponder. You don't need SEO. You don't need paid traffic. You don't need product launch. I just break limiting beliefs over and over again. Now, I can even take it a step further, where I really show you my homework. Call it the chains of belief. Let's see if it's in my Google Drive. I haven't showed this to anyone in a while. So, chain. Okay. So, share this down. Let me know if you guys can see. Guys, this is 2021, 2020, 2019, 2018, 2019. We've been around, ladies and gentlemen. These are chains of belief that my audience had. I now know them from the top of my head, and I know how to counter them, but I had to do my homework up front and understand and craft the copy around it. The chain of belief one, it takes a lot of time what you do, right? Organic marketing takes a lot of time. It's not for me. I create the story around it, the copy around it, right? So I basically craft the story, the backstory, the desires, the wall, the epiphany. You don't have to go all the way like that. That's a little bit more in depth, and we can talk about that sooner or later. But I want you to understand the limiting beliefs that your audience is walking around with. That so let me actually find the folder where I can show all of them to you. Okay, let's share this tab. Okay. These are chains of beliefs my audience was walking around with when I came to the scene and was the guy saying, guys, organic is the way, in a time where ads was the holy grail. Now organic is like, because of the algorithms being way smarter, now organic is, oh yeah, you can go viral. Back then it was you do Google ads, you do Facebook ads, you do Bing ads, or YouTube ads was just becoming around, or else don't even talk to me, right? So I had to come in a crowd where that was not the main way to go. I had to fight and say, listen, this is the main way to go. And the things I had to fight against was organic marketing only gives you bad leads, people that are looking for free stuff. With organic marketing, you need to spam others. Organic marketing is slow and takes a lot of time. You have to chase people down in the DMs. It is hard. You need a high converting offer and I don't know what I put in here, and a professional sales page if you want to make organic marketing work. If you don't have a network or an audience to begin with, you can't do it. If you have no authority, you can't do it. right? So I had to create my lead nurture content, which is my belief shifting post. I needed to change the beliefs of my audiences if I wanted them to buy from me. I also explained this quick selfish promo in my latest day in the life video. If you haven't seen it, go check it out right after, right here, this one right here, the realistic day in the life, 40K per month SMMA agency owner. That's me. In this video, I explained this exact thing in detail as well. Actually, that very shot where I explained politicians, right? The way the rule oftentimes is run is they install beliefs into people, right? You walk around, you have a set of your own beliefs when you get raised by your family, and all that good stuff. And then as you grow up, outside factors influence your belief. It's the same with marketing, right? You might have heard that breakfast wasn't a thing until late. I don't know the exact year for it, but breakfast with sausages and eggs and all that stuff really became a belief due to marketing. And there was this guy, I wish I had more specific on it, but a guy came to another guy, which was the main propagandist, and said, hey, we need more sales on the sausages and eggs and whatnot. And then he created the breakfast campaign. And fast forward today, breakfast is the main breakfast with sausages and eggs in a lot of countries still, for example, in the UK, but also just all over the world. That's now mainly we buy milk, we buy eggs, we consume and buy more products to have a proper breakfast. And before, that never really was a thing. It's a belief that's installed. Now, that's on a really global scale, but I want you to understand that Russell Brunson, he installed the belief into millions of entrepreneurs that funnels is the holy grail of marketing. Then another person came along that installed the holy grail that appointment setting is this, or then Facebook, or Tai Lopez preached SMMA is the only vehicle to make money in this day and age. So what they do is they're not selling an offer. They're not doing this. They're installing a belief. So you need to understand, long story short, what are the chains of belief that my audience has that is preventing them from buying my offer? It can be things personal, like you don't have authority, so they'll never buy from you or follow you. It can be things like your price point is too high, or it's too early for them. It looks too techy. It won't work for me. Those are things you create content around. So you write down a list. What are all the reasons a person is not buying from me that has to do with me and my offer before they even get to see your offer, right? And you create content around that. So now you're changing beliefs with every post. So by the time you do that call to action post, that slingshot is all the way back, my friends. When you let it go, they're like, I need to give this a shot, or at least check it out, right? So that is, let's go back full screen. That is, my friends, the limiting belief post. Let me know real quick if that makes sense. So what we covered right now was this one right here, the limiting belief post. And yeah, let me know if that made sense. You can see I made a few samples of this. I can actually, if you want to see an example in real time, I can pull one up, because everything I share here is stuff I do myself, right? And for our clients, as a matter of fact. So right here, you can see, hey, after collecting 60K in cash, here's what we realized. What you don't need to get clients is paid ads, funnels, and autoresponders. And guess what? The majority of my audience that I signed on back then was people that were walking around with this idea. So I had to preach it, right? So just like this, we have many variations of this post where we go ahead and let's see. Okay, you see, I made this happen without ads, without funnels, without SEO. Just change beliefs over and over again. Let me know if this makes sense. And I want you, if you're taking notes, you now got your set of audience growth posts. You know exactly what you need to post if you want to build a bigger audience. You now got 2 nurture posts that you can put out there to get people to have a lot more rapport towards you, and to get your lead magnet or raise their hand or book a call with you when you place the call to action, which we're going to cover in a moment. And that is right now the before and after post and the limiting belief post, which shows your competence around the subject that you're offering. Let me know if these 2 make sense. I'm going to real quick switch up the light. We're going to a little bit with gold. There we go. Okay. So let's see. I got the comments on my phone. Perfect sense. Makes sense. Makes sense. Makes sense. The God. Oh, there we go. Edward Bernays, the godfather of propaganda. He was hired to generate the campaigns. I knew. And while I was saying that, I knew you would know it. I was thinking that in the back of my mind, right? I love it, love it, love it. Yeah. So that's on a global scale, right? And then you can do this on a small scale, right? Install the beliefs into your audience, right? If you look at the things you bought because you believed that was the way. And you started believing that was the way because you consumed content from the person that said, if you want to get the X desire, you need to step into this vehicle. He installed that belief into you. You believed it, and here you are today, right? So instead of just consuming that, how you produce that as well, so you kind of use it for your own and grow your business. All right, let's carry on. We're almost there, guys. We're on a roll. We're gonna go towards the next one, which is, my friends, let's see, the authority post. Now again, this goes without saying, although do need to break down a few things here. You show your authority. This can be a win. And the first and foremost thing most people think of is big numbers, clients. I made this happen. I made that happen. No, that's not just, if that's only authority, then it's going to be a hard game. Authority is as simple as you came off this call and making a post saying, hey, I just spent 2 hours learning how to get more clients with content. And I know exactly what I need to do now to grow my audience with content. That is authority. That shows competence. Again, it helps you pull back the slingshot, because when I then release a lead magnet, I say, man, he learned this. He went 2 hours on that. He said, I don't need funnels and this and this. On another post, he showed where he started and where he is today. So all that combines, right? And it takes you only 5 to 10 minutes to put a post like this together and click publish. So authority is any win, anything you discovered, anything you learned. If you watch a YouTube video right now, I watched Alex Hormozi, how to create a what's a Black Friday deal. I can make an authority post with an image of Alex Hormozi, and saying, hey, just watched Alex Hormozi's latest video on how to craft the perfect Black Friday deal. And can't wait to, or not, I'm not want to say can't wait to craft mine, but I would say, hey, took a couple of notes and can't wait to implement this for ourselves and our clients. That is authority. It shows you working. It shows you consuming from the greatest. It shows you consuming from the best. And it shows you behind the scenes that you're putting in more effort than the person that is reading your post, most likely, right? Now, I'm talking very specifically from the agency business side of angle. I want you to be smart enough. If you're in a completely different niche, health, wealth, fitness, mindset, you need to understand for yourself how you translate that towards that niche. So if there's a big high chief in that industry, or you have learned a new skill, or you got a certification, or even just the mere act of buying a course that a lot of people know about, right? You mentioned that, oh, I just got $1,000 plus course that I've been really wanting to get for a long time. Super excited. Today's a good day. I'm not saying what course, I'm not saying the specific amount, but all those little things show that, hey, I'm going steps ahead from where you're at right now, or at least it shows confidence that you're putting in that work, right? So there are many ways you can show authority. Another way is, again, amount of time, amount of hours spent, amount of money spent, or any little win, right? Been struggling with how to get traffic the last year, but this year finally figured it out. That's authority, right? And it's also being honest and transparent, because there's other people that are still struggling and they haven't figured it out. And now they see you as an authority in that field. Now, you can phrase it in so many different ways, but I just want you to understand authority is not always big numbers. If you look at these two posts specifically, right, it is me on a Zoom call. That shows authority because I'm the one hosting the call. I'm in charge of the call. How many times have you been on a Zoom call? Take a screenshot while you're on that call. It shows you're working. It shows you're getting calls. It shows you in the field. A screenshot of your calendar can be authority. Anything can be authority. I'm just going to go to my profile and show you what that looks like right here, right? So most of you might have seen this post. This post did really well, right? It's just me on a call. It says ASA Empire, great guy. I'm not sure if you're here, Jack. That's Jack right there. Brilliant offer that he got. It's me, my AI note taker. I'm gonna call him sipping tea, and it just shows me I'm out there. I'm doing what we're supposed to do, what needs to happen, and it shows authority. You're in charge of a Zoom call, right? And then even if you're on a call with a lot of other people that you attend, take a snapshot. It shows you in the field. If you even get on a call with the likes of I don't know, any cool entrepreneur, take a snapshot real quick that you were there, right? All of those things are authority. The post where I did the Q4, so I opened up Figma. I opened up Figma. Where is it? Where, guys? By the way, again, this is a before and after post, right? You know, this one was pretty sad. Picture on the left, heartbroken after 5 years. Solopreneur started from scratch, feeling defeated, angry, demotivated, little to no money, can't take care of the people I hold dear. And a picture on the right, transformation. Right? It's a this was one of our newer before and after. The other ones I just repurpose. Picture on the left, picture on the right. Right? These are so powerful. Okay, but I have to scroll too much. You see how much content we put out. I'm going to put in Q4. It's going to put the right post in front of me. Yeah, this major authority, right? It just shows I'm setting my goals. Q4, you see kind of a roadmap. You see I'm putting together a plan, a really specific plan. It is laid out. You can see the words roadmap and goal setting, but you don't see specifically what's going down. But it looks like you got a framework that's going to happen. As a matter of fact, I do. But it's more about the picture on face value. It speaks a lot of words. It shows authority, right? And I could just make a sentence saying, hey, putting together the map to crush Q4, wishing everyone a blessed Q4. It's just authority that shows, I'm doing what I'm supposed to do and what doers do. Besides that, you have the obvious income statements, clients, money, materialistic items, but be careful. You can fall in the wrong batch with that. So you need to know what to post, how to post it. You don't want to come across as, stereotype, etc. Always stay true to who you are. If that is you, in fact, then be you. I'm a bit advocate of that. But long story short, authority isn't just that. It is anything that shows that you're making steps forward over the person that is yet to make that step. That's what I'm trying to come across. And a lot of you are doing way less or not anything at all besides just promoting your offer on social media and saying, hey, we're a company that does this and who wants access, right? Or just cold outreaching and spamming. If I now do cold outreach, the person that checks my profile, they're halfway sold because of all the organic content that's there. So the cold outreach is a lot easier for our team as well. So let me know. That's actually already batch number 2, nurture content. On to the last one, guys. We're on a roll here. Let me know if we're good with this one, if this one made sense. If you need me to recap them, I can do that real quick. So we had, and I'm just giving you the top 3, right? These are just things anyone can do. Create a before and after. Here's the before situation before you work with us. Here's what it looks like after you work with us. If it's in relation to you, your own cycle, here's where I was before, here's where I am now. If it's hypothetical for what you do for clients, same story. And if it's for an actual client you help, same story, right? You can also take a case study approach where you break down the before and after of someone like Mr. Beast. And maybe you sell short form content. It's like, here's where Mr. Beast was before. Here's where he is now. Here's the bridge in between that he used. And hey, as it happens, we do the exact same thing that made that bridge happen for him. So you can play around with this, attach it to authorities. For example, Alex Hermosi, right, does a lot with short form content, pushes content a lot. So you can use him as the before and after. Before, he ran gyms, nobody really knew about him. He's not making a lot of money. After, social media mogul, lots of people know about him. What was the big difference? Content. Now, that's exactly what we focused on before and after, right? So you have that limiting belief. Like I said, people are walking around, they're not buying because there's something holding them back. You need to talk about that. And then authority post is showing anything that puts you steps ahead from your ideal client. That is nurture content, guys. I'm so glad we're almost at the last one. We're almost at the end, which is also a sad thing because I truly enjoy spending time with you here. If you want us to do this more often, let me know. I might make them shorter because I forgot that these things can really go on and on. But as long as you're getting value, as long as you're learning a lot, as long as you're taking notes, then I'm happy. But next time we might do like 30-minute sessions or something and just go all in on, for example, audience growth. But let me know if you enjoy these sessions. Let me know if you want us to do this more often. And let's head over to the call to action content, the last one. I've seen this post, great Q4 post. I got to try this. Exactly. Visual selected, hit the target with you. Yep, on point. What's up with Figma? Are you designing wireframe diagrams for a special app? No, I just use Figma to map out things. That's actually what you're going to see at CTA content, guys. Where you map out things, I don't know how else to say it. It might sound weird. Well, let me show my own point of vision. It just, for me, if I see something mapped out, I'm instantly interested. It makes the person look smart. It shows like it's dialed in. It seems interesting, and there's just a lot of high level curiosity, and I just need it. I need to see what it is. For me, that works on me really well. If I see like a flow chart that's broken down, I'm like, oh, I need to dive into this, right? Now, I know for a part of my audience, it's the same effect. So I'll show an example. I'm kind of jumping the gun here, but if I go to one of our latest posts, let me share my screen to the right tab, right? Something like this, right? This one is less diagrammy, but it shows flows, trigger content to trigger content tree, boom, 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 boom. This is actually really great training. It's called the Organic Move. It's in our Facebook group. This posted really well. Lots of hands raised, right? Boom, boom, watch now. We got a lot of leads from that. Same goes for this one. You see the entire flow chart, right? Who still hasn't seen my new organic framework? So boom, 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 boom. So ideally what you would want to do is create a flow chart of some sort regarding your offer. It's basically a breakdown of how you help people. It might be person gets onboarded. We create website. We review website. We hop on a call. A line goes to Zoom icon. Zoom icon goes to social media. Social media goes back to a second call on Zoom. Then it goes back to a block that says opt-in page. It just shows like you got a system here that looks interesting. And then you would make a copy saying who still doesn't have our systematic framework to increase conversions for restaurant owners, if your audience is restaurant owners, right? And then they would see kind of a flow chart, but you want to blur things out, doesn't make it super clear. It just creates crazy curiosity. It works on me every single time. Even I think I save a couple of posts like that as well. I'll go back to those in a second. But that's why I use Figma and the likes of Figma. Specifically for those types of posts. It works really well, and it's also good to just brainstorm with them. Now, with that being said, let's go back to the deck, and then we're going to go to the audience window. There we go. Is on the profile, right? So can I do a side by side? Does it fit? No, it doesn't fit. Can I do it like this? Yeah. So CTA card placement profile. We have lead magnets. Big one. If you don't use lead magnets, I don't know what to tell you. Go create one. If you don't know how to create one, I'll create another video on that, but I'll show you examples how you can easily create one. Community growth. That is taking someone from one platform to another to your community, building up that community. Got you guys here on YouTube, where most of you came from Facebook, I assume, right? If you're just from YouTube, welcome. Nice to meet you. Go check me out on Facebook. And then direct selling is literally going direct into the offer. So we're going to break them down. By far, my favorites are lead magnets and direct selling. Lately, for those of you that have been following me, you know I'm focusing on community growth. We're almost at 500 subscribers on YouTube. And when I really started taking YouTube serious, which is just recent, I had 181. So we added like 300 something at least. So I'm happy about that. But nonetheless, lead magnets. Goes without saying, it is a resource. It is something of value, preferably easily digestible, quick, and super instant gratificational for your audience. Basically, a quick fix, the 7 steps to do this, the 3 things you need to know about this, the number 1 thing you must avoid, or the 2 things you must have. A cheat sheet, a PDF, or a video format is allowed, and you can also leverage other people's content to do this. So let's say you found a video where Russell Brunson explains how to get more. So let me actually show this more practical way. Um, Share this tab, right? No, no, let me use myself instead. Why use Russell? Okay, so you found this video, the 4-step process to hit 6 figures. Well, it's not your video, that's fine, but it's public content, so you can use it and place it anywhere. You can embed it anywhere. As a matter of fact, they allows you. This is an ad. This is not my video, but YouTube actually asks you, hey, go share this. Go share this on Reddit. Go share this on Blogger or all these other platforms I don't even know about. Take the video, run with it. I can put this behind on a thank you page. So I create a little opt-in page, and then my post would look like, if we go back to the content deck, my post would look like, hey, found a video where one of my favorite entrepreneurs breaks down exactly the 4 steps how to hit 6 figures. Love to share it with anyone that wants it. Now, I didn't have to create the lead magnet. I leveraged someone else's authority, and I can create an opt-in page. And on the thank you page, I have that person's video. And then from there, everybody that opted in, I can follow up with boom, 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 boom. Now, you can do this with me, but you can also leverage people if you're in the agency space, people like Alex Ramosi, when you find a good video, Russell Brunson, or if you're in a completely different space, health, wealth, fitness, mindset, yoga, or you find the top dog in that industry. Or ideally, you create your own content, right? But if you want to just hit and run, I can find a really good content piece from someone and say, hey, I found this amazing video where he breaks down how to do X, Y, and Z. If anyone wants access to it, let me know. And I put it behind an opt-in page, right? So that way I just get leads without creating a lead magnet myself. So what call to action posts look like is just giving away a resource or lead magnet post that your audience 100% would be interested in. I'm going to show a few examples of these. Those are really simple. So for example, here, and the one thing you'll notice why these posts work so well, this is not that. Why these posts work so well is because I make them highly tangible. You don't always have to do that. It does work without it being tangible. There's another way. But if you see, for example, this one got close to 400 comments, right? This is tons of leads. Those leads turn into sales. It goes on, as a matter of fact, goes on and on and on. It even lags for the amount of comments it needs to load. It's all organic, no ads. So the visual really gives it away. So here, is this the best free training ever? And then I go into the copy, but I show something visually, right? Same here. Want a free copy? You see a tangible cover, something that seems like you would normally actually pay for it. Want a free copy? This is on the house. 166 comments right here. 100 comments. Hey, I'm giving you 1 and 2. This is when I did affiliate secrets, right? Now I'm not doing affiliate secrets a lot anymore, even though the same steps for affiliate marketing you can use for your own offers and services. If you notice here, this one, super tangible. I'm even holding it in my hand. Shout out to Tara, who actually got me to print it. Appreciate you, because it allowed me to leverage it in many different ways. So again, I make it very tangible where you see it in your face, right? Now, you don't have to make a photo of yourself holding something, but you can do it in a variety of ways where it just needs to be tangible, right? Again, this is one of the ways that I like. This is one of the ways I use the most in the beginning, but you can also just do these types of posts, which are by far my second favorite, whereas you create just a solid background and straightforward, who wants access to X, Y, or Z, comment below. Now, why is this going to work so well? Because we build our audience from the group posts. Well, as a matter of fact, we continuously build our audience from the group posts. We've nurtured our audience with limiting beliefs, the before and afters. Like, now when I release this, it's easy. I've done all the prep work. Now I can get all those hands raised. So having call to actions like that. So I'll just do comment posts from, for example, the same thing, right? Comment watch now, right? It's a call to action post. So again, it's very tangible. This then uses the graph. Another way to do it, like I said, is just having a solid background. Why do you want to do it that way? Is because it's really hard to miss. It's even if you try to scroll past this, you can. It's only 2 to 3 sentences, and it's just your eyes scan through it either way, and it's going to capture your interest. So let me go post from you. I'm just going to see all my, again, super visual. So I like to play around, and I do all of this in Canva. I'm not a Photoshop genius by far, right? But everything is so in your face that even if you're like yada 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 yada, it's hard to miss. You can't, right? So you can also do call to action posts with a lead magnet. This is more of a direct selling. I'm just trying to look for we do so for example, this, right? Super tangible, comment the perfect post formula, comment for free access, and this is all leads. This is all leads. And I would rather have you spend a little bit of time crafting something like this. Why? Because you've put in that prep work. You're getting the audience growth group. And listen, this gets evergreen comments. Don't think that, look when this is posted, right? 2021. That is close to 3 years by now. When is the last comment on this? 6 weeks ago. And I can guarantee you there's going to come a new post more and more and more often, right? And I can explain later on how that happens and how that's possible. But making a post once is evergreen content with call to actions. You'll evergreen get comments on that, right? So again, highly tangible. You don't always have to make it super tangible. Like I said, you can also use this approach. This also works. But the more tangible you make it, the better, especially because it stands out more. Dropping my entire 100K framework in the group, comment, let me in. Now, this is a good one actually to transition, because the next type of post that I'm going to show you is the community growth post. So this is where, and you can actually combine the two, and that's what we started doing as well, is you want to grow maybe your TikTok. You want to maybe grow your YouTube like we're doing right now. We're almost at 500 subscribers. If you're not subscribed yet, go and subscribe, because I'm going to bless my subscribers with the craziest things and give them bonuses, all the good stuff. So click the subscribe button. Nonetheless, community growth is where you transfer your audience to your Facebook community, LinkedIn community, TikTok channel, YouTube channel, this page, that page, right? So it's a call to action to take them to that page. How do you get them over there? There needs to be a reason for them to get there. Is you place your lead magnet on that page. So in this case, if I go back to this tab, I said, I'm dropping my entire framework in my free group. Comment, let me in. So the 110 comments means I'm growing my group by hundreds of people, right? So that's a community group. Sharing the insider replay of my instant traffic hacks for coaches and agency, comment replay for access, right? Now this one is already in my group. Comment for access. So again, this is where you see it's not a super tangible. It's just a really straightforward post. You can either leverage this style or make it tangible. It takes a little bit more effort in Canva. If you don't want to do that, again, done is better than perfect. Just do this, because this works just as fine. So when it's community, so for example, when I wanted to grow my YouTube channel a little bit more this year, right? Just in the past month. So post from you. So this was the post. So you see right here, you can't see if you see it, it was 180 subscribers. The point I said, okay, we're going to do this. So boom, 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 comment, subscribe. And then I'm transferring all the people that comment subscribe to the YouTube channel. So that's another way of call to action. And the reason I'm explaining it, I know it sounds all obvious, but a lot of people post content and they're not sure what they wanted to do. Why are you posting content in the first place? Do you want to grow an additional channel? Do you want to get sales? Do you want leads? Doing a lead magnet post is going to get me a lot of hands raised. And it's going to build me a list, and I'm going to get an audience interested in a specific topic. Do I want to then have my appointment setter talk to them, or do I want to go into Messenger and then upsell them to an offer? You need to know why the heck you're posting anything, because I see people just posting and they're like, yeah, I'm posting all the time, but nothing happens. I'm like, well, what's the point in the first place? Are you trying to get leads? I'm trying to distribute your lead magnet. Are you trying to grow a certain channel? Are you just trying to nurture? Because then you won't have to expect any comments. It's a slingshot effect. So the training here today as well is a lot about what is your content for? Why are you posting, and why should you post? And now you're more aware, like, I'm going to do a lead magnet post. So I need to make a tangible post, or like a very I don't have a good word for this. If anyone can come up with a good word for this one, where it's just a plain background post, let's call it that for now. And just, I have this, who wants access, comment below. And it's super short. 4 steps to get this, or the number one thing you must avoid in 2024 if you want X desire. It always has to do with a desire or pain point of your audience. That's the entire movement of your audience, is based on desires and pain points. They move away from pain and closer to desire. If you can talk about both, they'll run twice as fast to you. So how to get more of X without X pain point. So how to get desire without pain point, comment below for free access, right? So it's those types of posts that are lead magnet posts. Then you decide you want to take them to a community. Then you place that lead magnet in your community. So in our Facebook group, all of our lead magnets are now there. Meaning if you want to get access to a lead magnet, means my group grows at the same time. The last one is a call to action. That's direct selling. That's where I want to either book calls, or I just want you to be a buyer right off the bat. And that's going to be super straightforward. And I got several posts like that as well, where it's literally, hey, this is what I'm doing. This is the offer. A lot of you have been following for some time. I'm opening the doors on this. If you want more info, comment, sign me up, right? And if you think about how you got to this stream, how you got to this post, it is because of a call to action post. It was a call to action post that got you to comment now, watch now, or waiting list, took you to a page, you opted in, you became a lead. You most likely have gotten an email sequence that went out to you as well. And then now you're here, and we take it from here, right? So call to action post allows you to move your audience, sell your audience, and get them onto calls. But now you know the purpose of your content and how they work all together cohesively. Direct selling, once again, I can show you some examples, but I think it's really straightforward. It's like, hey guys, we're opening up 4 more spots. Who wants access, right? So we did this for one of our clients as well. John is one of our latest clients, and I've showed this on some calls with some other people I work with too. Let me go and this is the mission post basically, right? Super straightforward, powerful post. So for example, here, it's my mission to help 25 more online entrepreneurs generate at least $12,000 a month from their online business this year. Who's with me? Just straightforward. That's it. That's what I'm going to do. Are you in or out, right? The easiest post you can make, and you can crush it with that. This is instant clients, instant sales, or at least instant booked calls, right? Now, funny enough, we did this. This is, again, that client, Benjamin Voorhees. We did a call to action post for the person as well, saying, hey, on a mission to help 4 more people to have a consistent affiliate income they can rely on before Christmas. Here's what you get, comment affiliate beast, right? So you basically say, here's my mission. Here's what I'm going to do. Are you with me or are you out? And the mission needs to align with the desires of your client, right? Or your potential client. So we've done this many times. Let's see. I have some, I'm just going to show one of our latest students, because the funny thing is, and I mention this to him all the time, it is crazy how he was never posting anything like that. He just did nurture content, right? And even that didn't go crazy, right? If you see this content right here, just gonna scroll down a bit. You can see there's nothing really being sold. There's nothing specifically about business. You see the engagement is like 3 comments, and you see authority. Hey, doing what I love to do, help people identify with their fears, challenges. He's showing competence, right? He's resharing that memory. People see the success now. Like, people are like, okay, whatever, 16 likes, I'll like it. I'll carry on with my day. Boom, boom, boom. Then he shares about the power of belief in yourself. Again, 1 share, nobody really like, well, whatever, but they see it. They see it. And then he became a client of ours. And I said, it's go time. I went in and I tested out. He nurturing audience for so long, and he didn't even realize he was nurturing his audience. He thought, I'm just posting content. Nobody's really commenting or sharing or liking that crazy or becoming a client, but I'm just posting, and he's not realizing the slingshot effect that's coming into effect. So that's when I stepped in. It's time for a mission post. It's my mission to help 7 more people with a day job earn at least $200 per hour without even doing the work in the next 30 days or using my lean side hustle system. Who's with me? And look what happened. All of a sudden, out of the woodworks, me, I'm interested, me, keep it up, interested, I'm interested. Where were all those people before? What's the slingshot effect, right? Booked calls from this, someone even shared it, tons of people liked it, and there you go. But before that, he was sharing back to back, and nobody's really reaching out whatsoever, right? So now we're gonna go ahead and create more content like that for him. So I just wanted to show you the full effect. This is a brand new client, never did any type of content before, but I saw right off the bat, listen, you already have an audience. You're just not leveraging it in the way you should because you never put your slingshot to use. You've been pulling it back, you never let it go. Then we came in with the mission post. And a mission post is just a variation of a call to action post. But in this case, it is direct selling. You're just straightforward. This is what I do. Do you want in or out? If yes, let's have a talk. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the third of today's training. Man, we have been at it. Ladies and gentlemen, I want a big, I don't even know. In the chat box, I just want to see all of you turn up. I want to see hearts. I want to see fires because for yourself, not for me, right? For yourself, for being here, for spending this time, for consuming this information, for sticking around, taking notes, being in the comments, communicating with other people, putting time and effort into your education and growth with information that nobody else has access to right now. You're the first ones to get it. Nobody else is teaching it in this way. And some people succeed with content, but they don't even know why it's working for them. And they try to pass on, post more content, and they don't even know why it worked for them in the first place. And I've hopefully reverse engineered for you the bare bone basics that get you to a certain success level that works. It goes deeper than this. There are content frameworks. Some of you know my what's it called? PSO framework, problem solution offer. You have my what's it called? Guard down script. I have so many crazy content approaches that when we apply that, it's game over. But I want to give you something tangible, something you can run with today. You can do your audience growth post. You can do your nurture post. You can do your call to action post. You now know why people comment or don't comment, how to get them to comment, where to place it, how to put it in front of them. And it doesn't stop there because I got one more little surprise for you, because I wouldn't be a marketer or an entrepreneur if I didn't end this video with a call to action. But for now, let me know real quick in the chat box if you're loving this so far. And then that is the third one, ladies and gentlemen. There we go, CTA content and profile. So I see fire, super energy, Raheem. Thank you, Greg. Actually, recently had a call with Greg, man. Great guy, to be honest. Awesome content as usual, sweet training. Guys, let me know, do you want to have more sessions like this? And I'm going to be fair, we're going to make them shorter because, man, we're at it almost 2 hours. It's insane. But I see Mehmet saying, do this bi-weekly. Personally, I learned a lot in just 1 hour. There you go, brother. Awesome. I think 30 minutes to 45 minutes is the sweet spot to really tackle stuff. Super energy. Awesome. So that's what I'm blushing at this point. I love you guys. Awesome. Standing ovations. Learned a lot. You guys are great. So like I said, I wouldn't be a great marketer if I didn't end this with a call to action myself. Do I got something to sell? No. Do I have something in the works? Yes. So if you love stuff like this, if you want to skill with content, if you want to make money with content, a lot of you know we only do high ticket stuff. Even though we released a really great promotion recently with our funding team. If you are not aware about that, go check out my Facebook profile. The latest post, or one of the latest posts, where I talk about how our funding team can do stuff upfront for you. You won't have to pay in dime. They fund everything. But nonetheless, I don't want to talk about that. Point is, it's very high ticket to work with us because you leverage our team. We build everything out of that stuff. I rarely open up lower tickets. Sometimes I do. I had a little thing here and there for a while, and then we close it down again. And I notice now more than ever, content is key, and people have problems getting out of that saturation, making noise, especially if they're not heard, not seen, they're starting out and nobody knows about them. And I've shown you, John, from scratch, right? Never even knew he could leverage his audience, didn't even know he had an audience in the first place, and we're building his audience for him right now in all these different groups, placing the audience growth content. Now, if you want to have more hands-on and be more of a community, all of you together here in this chat, here's what I'm going to do. Now, it's not finished yet, so I got nothing to sell, but I'm going to be upfront with the price, what is going to be, and what's waiting in store. So here's what's going to happen. What I'm about to show you has allowed me, like I said, I'm just going to go full screen here. Like I said, to go literally from creating content to grow the Easy Marketing Lab in a highly saturated market, the agency marketing space where every dog and his neighbor opens up an agency that's supposed to help people get more clients. It is a dog-eat-dog world. Managed to get a lot of attention, not only for myself, but for a lot of clients. Managed to monetize that attention to thousands of dollars a month, and then allowed me to travel the world. If you check out my stories, you see me gone every now and then. I just came back from Germany, connected with a lot of great people, likes of Serge Gattari, Iman Ghazi, managed to build an amazing team as well, and then got my dream penthouse as well. Those are not small feats, and I have to remind myself of those sometimes. But more importantly, exactly what got me here, I want to help you do for your business. I'm not going to charge a high ticket. Here's what we're going to do. For those of you that are interested, fine. For those of you that are not, either way, wish you the best. So here's what it's going to look like. It's in the works. It's in the works. It's going to be a program called Get Clients with Content. It's going to be $47 a month. Pay as you go. If you want to leave, you leave. If you want to stay on for a month, you stay on for a month. And the idea is to make sure you can pay it off from the clients you get through content. Therefore, the first module that I'll be building out, still in the works, how to immediately pay off your membership with your first post. It's going to be a killer, because I want to be the next 47 you pay is because of the content you produce. Then we're going to have live content breakdown sessions and placements on Zoom calls, or you can just put in your content. Hey, this is my content for this week. Can you let me know what I did wrong, what I did good, or why people commented, why they didn't comment, just to make sure you're on your A game, especially if you're in a saturated market. You want to make noise. You want to have people know who you are and get out of obscurity. You want to know where the groups are, where you need to place them that are not as tapped, and you want to know what you need to say to get in front of the right person, just to get those eyeballs onto you. I haven't spoken a lot about short form content on this call, but I want you to know everything I just talked about in terms of written content, you can turn into video. And there are a lot of different things you can apply there as well. So there's going to be a short form content formula to build your personal brand up even more. And obviously just the entire full content secrets modules, because like I said, we're just scratching the surface here. After content, you have conversation. After conversation, you have closing. So there's going to be way more. I'm probably also going to add in a little software that I have been working on in the back that it's pre-built with a lot of cool stuff. I'm not talking AI, but it's kind of a CRM for social media to find the right people and do all these cool things. So it's going to be basically the easiest course to succeed with getting clients from content. This is what I'm working on. I wish I could tell you buy now, click here, but I can't. And I don't want to give you something that is not ready yet. However, if you are interested for when the time this drops, which is most likely or hopefully going to be at later this month, you can get on the waiting list. And all you have to do, and this proves that you've been here, been on this session, is go to my Facebook. You know my Facebook. And then the access code to the waiting list is content secrets. So just message me content secrets, and then I know what I need to do. I'll probably maybe have a chat with you. I'm not going to sell you anything. We're not going to hop on a call unless you want to go for a done for you service. You know, you're always welcome. But access code content secrets, just go to my Facebook, message me content secrets, and then go ahead and we'll put you on the waiting list. And when everything's built out, I'll let you know, hey, enrollment is open for the first people that are on the waiting list only. It's going to be 47. I want to first create some good success stories, and afterwards, I'm going to open the doors again, and it's going to be a little bit more priced. But you guys get the discounted because you were here on the first initial session of the announcement. So that's it. And again, it's only in pre-building mode yet. But it's going to be released very soon. It's going to be a membership, and it's going to be cool things added to it every single month. So more content, more stuff, because we use content every day. So we see what's working, what's not working, what's new, what approaches you can apply every single day. So if you want access to that, go ahead and go to my Facebook and message me with the words content secrets, and then I'll put you on the waiting list. Again, I'm going to be super honest and upfront. It's going to be $47 a month. My goal is right off the bat to get you to pay the membership, the next membership, with your first post. And if you can't do that, then cancel it and just leverage the entire first month. You'll still get tons of value from it. But mark my words, when I'm done with you, you'll have clients from content. Ladies and gentlemen, I leave it at that. It was an absolute freaking pleasure doing this training with you. I was so excited. I forgot to drink my tea. It's completely cold now. So I'm gonna make myself a new one. Now the replay's up here on YouTube for a little bit. I might put it on private and then leverage this training into the paid community of the Get Clients with Content. So this is gonna be definitely a overall module in there as well, and then we're gonna attack a lot of cycles. I see Kenman already messaging me on Facebook saying content secrets. You're fast, brother. I love it. I love it. And there's more to come from that. So, ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate you. I want to say congratulations to you for being on this session. I mean, you've shown up, you've been here, you've proven to spend time and invest in yourself and come on this session and take notes. And I hope you truly learned and understand that, all right, audience growth content, nurture content, call to action content. Monday, I'm going to drop my audience growth. Wednesday, I do my nurture. Friday, I do my call to action. That's a simple thing you can go with right off the bat. You now know why it works, how it works, what to post, where to post. You're good to go. I'll leave you with this. Ladies and gentlemen, I love you. Have an amazing rest of your day. And let's do sessions like these more often. I'll announce the next one really soon. Have a good one. Bye-bye.